It is early March and winter is slowly retreating. It's time for me to take care of my garden and wake it up from its winter slumber. Today I want to take care of my lawn. Especially in spring, there is a lot to do. Mowing the lawn, fertilizing the lawn, and sowing the lawn are alongside scarifying and aerating. Just a few things I want to tackle today. I also need to reactivate my water supply points and my lawn irrigation system after the winter. If you want to know how it all works and what you need to pay attention to, then stay tuned. We're almost there, it's about to start. The past winter was characterized by long periods of rain and strong storms. The cold temperatures and frost nights only struck in January and February. My lawn also had to cope with this wintry environment. Due to the storms, many branches, twigs and leaves have accumulated on the lawn. Today I will begin to wake my lawn from its winter slumber. As in every autumn, I had prepared my lawn for the cold season. The lawn was strengthened with a potassium-rich autumn fertilizer and a reseeding of fresh grass seeds also took place. I have also kept the lawn short with the lawn mower and, very importantly, at frost temperatures were marked no entry. Nevertheless, my lawn looks quite worn out this spring. It's time to change something about it. I begin my lawn care by cleaning the lawn. Branches and twigs as well as the leaves that have accumulated on the lawn over the winter is collected. Mushrooms quickly form, especially under the leaves, because it is dark and damp there. This is extremely harmful to the lawn weakened by winter. The rough cleaning should be done as quickly as possible. But at the latest, when the frost temperatures are over and you can walk on the lawn again, as long as the daytime temperatures consistently reach 10 degrees Celsius or more, and at night. When it is no colder than 5 degrees, the grass begins to grow. Lawn care must begin at the latest now. As soon as the grass starts to grow, my lawn mower will come into action. In this way, I can bring the lawn to a uniform height for the following steps. Shorten. At the same time, I vacuum up the smaller debris with the lawn mower that has accumulated over the winter and has not yet been collected. However, make sure that the soil and the lawn are not wet when mowing. On one hand, the wheels press the grass plants into the ground, and on the other hand, it creates an unsightly appearance. Ruts. Of course, the blade in your mower should be clean and sharp so that the delicate grass blades can be cut off sourly. The ideal time is from mid-March to early April. Shown. Another rule of thumb states that the lawn may be mowed as soon as it reaches double the height. Has reached the height of his later target height. But be careful. Please never cut off more than half of the blades. It is better to limit the cut to a maximum of 1 to 3 of the grass height. If the lawn is already too high, you need to cut it down in stages. Give the lawn a few days of recovery in the meantime. My target height is between 4 to 6 cm. The first cut should be made when the grass height is between 8 and 12 centimeters. Fertilization can take place after the first cut. While I used a potassium-rich fertilizer in the fall, I applied it in the spring on an NPK complete fertilizer. NPK stands for nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These components are needed by the lawn for growth. Depending on the manufacturer and the intended use, the quantities of these three components vary. By the way, in addition to the fertilizer mentioned here, I also rely on products from other manufacturers. In the info box below the video, I have linked some suitable products for you. I used my broadcast spreader for the application. The recommended amount for this fertilizer is 20 to 25 grams per square meter. Set the control to a position between 9 and 10. With this setting, I only need one pass. Once lengthwise and once crosswise. If you are using a different spreader, you need to consult the manufacturer for the correct settings. Inquire about settings. A little tip. With many fertilizers, you can also find the right settings in the questions and answers in the Amazon product reviews. After fertilizing, the entire area should be well watered so that the granules reach the roots. The roots come and does not burn the lawn from above. Either the rain benefits you or you use a lawn irrigation system like I do. My lawn irrigation system consists of 6 irrigation circuits with a total of 18 lawn sprinklers. In the top right, I link a video in which I show you how I set up the lawn irrigation system, drained and winterized in the fall. The startup of my lawn irrigation system after winter is significantly easier. I first close all open valves in my distribution boxes and open the faucet to supply water to the lawn irrigation system. Now I wait for a few minutes to see if the pressure remains constant or whether the water meter continues to turn. If the pressure drops or water continues to run, one of the valves is not properly closed, leaky or defective. There may also be damage to the inlets to the valves in this case. Then, the solenoid valve of the first irrigation circuit is opened and the water flows through the water pipes and the lawn sprinklers. I let the water run until all the air is completely pushed out of the pipes. Then the valve is closed again and the next irrigation circuit is opened. Once the air has been removed from all irrigation circuits, the lawn irrigation system is winterized and ready for their use. Before the test run, the irrigation computer is activated and the settings are checked. Then I let my irrigation programs run completely through. During the trial run, you should check the settings on the lawn sprinklers. Sometimes the throwing distance, the throwing angle, or the throwing pattern changes. In this case, the lawn sprinklers need to be readjusted. At this point, the first part for the start of the new lawn season is already completed. For the next steps, you should wait 2 to 4 weeks. But you shouldn't wait to give a like for my video. Give me a thumbs up if you like my video. Press the subscribe button to not miss any of my new videos. Use the comment section below the video and give me your feedback. How do you start your lawn season? If you want to support my channel, check the description below the video. There, I have linked the products I used. Your purchases through my links support my channel at no extra cost to you. Three weeks have passed, the weather has cooperated, and the freshly fertilized lawn is growing wonderfully. Unfortunately, moss and thatch have spread in some areas over the winter. In the damp and shady areas, moss increasingly displaces the lawn. Therefore, I will do the second today. Start part of my lawn care in spring. When the lawn has been well watered and the fertilizer has been absorbed by the soil, after about 14 days, you can take the next step. Scarifying. During scarifying, the surface of the soil is cut with a sharp blade and excess material is loosened. In this way, thatch is reduced and moss is effectively combated as the lawn plants get more air. Scarifying can be done by hand or with a motorized scarifier, such as a lawn dethatcher. In the past, I used to scarify my lawn every year. With an electric scarifier, I have removed a lot of dead plant debris taken from the lawn surface, but I was also able to remove moss and clover effectively using this method. In the meantime, I also use a manual scarifier, but I only use it on particularly thatched areas. Insert positions. In any case, the lawn is cut relatively short to a height of 1 to 3 cm before scarifying. Shortened. Next, the scarifier comes into use. The area is then passed over once lengthwise and once crosswise, or it is pulled by hand. It is important that the discharge is completely removed from the lawn. With motorized scarifying, this is usually done via a collection basket or one. Reaches for the rake. I am using my large lawnmower for this again. It works like a large vacuum cleaner and sucks up the remnants from the ground. After scarifying, I go directly to overseeding. However, at this point, it is also advisable for some to additionally the aeration, the last step is the overseeding of the lawn. If you have scarified and aerated the lawn immediately beforehand, this step can also be associated with sanding. For the grass seed to root well, it needs plenty of water and mild temperatures of at least 10 C. Optimal is between 15 C and just under 20 C. In my region, the period from mid-March to early April has proven effective. For overseeding, I use my robot lawnmower, just like in autumn. I am still very satisfied with the appearance of my lawn. I cannot assess whether it really makes a difference for my robot lawnmower. But in any case, you will find the appropriate product link under the video in the info box. In principle, it should be sufficient if you sprinkle the bare spots with your lawn seed. This fills the gaps and prevents weed growth. I personally sow the entire lawn with fresh grass seeds and not just the bare spots. Positions. For this, I rely again on my broadcast spreader. The correct setting for the distribution of grass seeds for this model is 10. I personally use the 11 to 12 as I have achieved better results with it. Additionally, you must always assume that a portion of the seeds will be eaten by wild birds. Victim falls. I now drive the broadcast spreader along the entire distance in parallel passes. Ideally, a second application should follow in a cross direction. However, a smaller setting of 8 to 9 on the broadcast spreader is completely sufficient. I forego raking the seeds into the soil. Instead, I rely on good irrigation. Either a persistent rain comes to your aid, or your lawn irrigation system does. After a few days, under optimal temperatures and with good watering, the first grass tips should appear. To be seen, during the establishment period, the lawn should neither be mowed nor walked on. The robot lawnmower would simply suck up the seeds and everything would have been in vain. The first cut should be made when the grass reaches a height of 10 centimeters, but here too, the rule applies. Never more than half, better yet 1 to 3, with a sharp blade. Cutting. All in all, these tasks effectively require 1 to 2 days in the garden. But you can be sure that this work is worth it, because your lawn will benefit greatly. The season benefits from your efforts. I hope that you also benefit from my video and that I can provide you with 1 or 2 useful tips. Could give tips. How about a like if you enjoyed my video and a subscription? That would greatly support my channel and show me that my work is worthwhile. Furthermore, I am of course happy if you take a look at my product list. Under the video, you should check, because there too, there are no disadvantages for you, but an important support for me. I say thank you and see you in the next video.